So have you ever wanted to get into songwriting, but you're just not really sure how to, or you're not really confident in yourself? Well, here are some 5 tips to help you get into the wild world of songwriting. These tips are designed to help a beginner songwriter. An advanced songwriter probably already knows about these tips because they're fairly common practice. But if you don't, you've come to the right place. So my first tip is to record absolutely every idea that comes to you on your phone, because it's really hard to get into that creative mojo always. Some days you're not going to come up with any idea worth squat. And other days you're just going to be coming up with a million ideas that you're just going to be super excited about. So for example, you could record something that comes to mind, like, let's say I come up with something like this. So that's one specific example that I could have come up with. It's fairly simple, but I might be really excited about it on that particular day. And with that, I could come back to it later and expand upon it. So taking that idea, I could come back maybe later that day or the next day and do something like this. So it kind of works into more of a pre-chorus sounding harmony or some sort of structure like that. So the first time around, I came up with kind of like the verse, and then I added the pre-chorus. So yeah, that's how you can kind of build your song with ideas. Tip number 2 is to always be personal. I say don't really try to write for others, write for yourself, because people know when you're faking it, and that really shows. So always be personal. It's going to be the most rewarding thing for you, and it's very therapeutic as well. Tip number 3 is to share your work. What's the point of songwriting if you're not going to share it with others? I mean, it's great to do it and have it there, but I feel like music is better when shared, and it really helps develop your confidence as a songwriter. It kind of validates your work. So get out there, share it with people. Maybe they can help critique you and make you a better songwriter. Tip number 4 is something that I had to get into a practice of, because it's hard to be motivated and to get up every day and practice or just find the time. But find the time every day to practice. And I say always try to get in at least 15 minutes of songwriting. That 15 minutes you could come up with like 4 or 5 ideas, or one really great idea. The amount of things you can achieve in 15 minutes is actually insane. So I recommend at least 15 minutes of songwriting a day, if not more. And my final tip, my tip number 5, is do not imitate other bands or artists. Always try to find your own voice, because no one else is you. That's what you have going for yourself. Always try to hone in on what makes you unique, because again, people will kind of see through the fakeness and will call you on your shit. So it's just really unattractive when people try to be other bands or artists. It's a huge turnoff. And just be yourself. Find out what makes you unique and just go 100% on that. So these are my tips for beginner songwriters. I hope these were helpful to you. I'm going to be making a video soon for advanced songwriters. So yeah, I'd watch out. Within the next week, that video should be dropping on my YouTube channel. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you at the movies.